Anthony Dominic Benedetto, popularly known as Tony Bennett, is an American singer who majors in traditional pop standards, big band, show tunes, and jazz. Today we will find out why he is retiring, his net worth and lifestyle. You do not want to miss this. Net worth. Bennett began his musical career in the year 1950 after his first hit, Because of You. At this time, he had just completed 5 years since he came from fighting in World War II. Bennett later on became famous in the 80s after he had a terrible drug overdose and several ill-selling albums. As human beings, we often have our expectations, and if they do not go as planned, we may end up getting depressed, but we are not supposed to give up. And this was the case with Bennett. Keep watching to find out how Bennett succeeded in his music career. After a series of ill-selling albums, Bennett's career was revived again in 1993 when he appeared at the MTV Music Video Awards to present a trophy to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. In the following year, he was in MTV Unplugged that spotlighted various duets, including Elvis Costello and K.D. Lang, that later on resulted in the album MTV Unplugged. You will not believe this, but later on the album, he won a Grammy Award for Album of the Year. This was a good beginning for Bennett because, believe it or not, to date he has won a total of 20 Grammy Awards, including 6 more awards with over 50 million sold records across the globe. Bennett is a very good example of people who begin from small. On to the next shocker. After his great comeback, by the year 1999, he was earning a whopping $15 to $20 million. This was a great achievement acquired over a period of time. According to Forbes, currently the 95-year-old has a total net worth of approximately $200 million. As we can see, the American singer has really made a great achievement over the years. Bennett should be an inspiration to upcoming musicians in the 21st century. Looking at Bennett's music career, we can see that he did not give up. If he did, we would not have been talking about him today. Lifestyle. After his major comeback, Bennett continued to work on his music career with various musicians. He recently did a collaboration with the famous Lady Gaga, and together they released 2 albums. Lady Gaga started working with Bennett back in the year 2014. That is when they recorded their first album called Cheek to Cheek. Later on in 2021, they released a new album called Love for Sale. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett had had a very good partnership and even friendship, as publicly displayed. Their partnership, which some may even call friendship, is quite mutual. Also, the two have been able to go for various album tours until early this year, when Bennett decided to retire due to health issues. Shocker, my friends, it's impossible, right? Tony Bennett has been in the music industry for 70 years, and currently he is 95 years. This means when Bennett was joining the music industry, he was 25 years. Apparently, not that shocking after all. The big shocker is his amount of experience in the craft. We can see that Bennett has been very persistent and consistent in his music career. Due to his great efforts, we can clearly see that hard work pays. Tony Bennett recently retired from the music and entertainment industry, which was sadly brought about by health issues that we will be talking about in a second. Keep watching our video to find out. So back in the 80s, Bennett appointed his son, Danny Bennett, as his manager, who has been in charge of planning events and tours. Danny Bennett ended up canceling all the remaining tour dates after the recent 2 dates with Lady Gaga at New York's Radio City Music Hall. This would be the last tour for Bennett. His son went on to add that his father was still strong enough and capable to perform at the age of 95, but it was good to take precautions to avoid any falls or mishaps that would occur while he is on stage performing. Personally, I think that was a very good idea because it would scare fans or the audience when he is performing and falls abruptly on the stage. That would have led to circulation of rumors on the internet and tear our poor Bennett down. Danny, Bennett's son, went ahead to point out that his father was beginning to struggle with speech, and I quote, "He rarely speaks, but when he does, his words are halting at times. He seems lost and bewildered." The fact that you are enjoying this video from wherever you are is great because the shocking part is about to be here, when we unveil the health monster that is behind Tony Bennett's retirement. Lady Gaga also knew about Bennett's situation and helped him whenever they went for tours, interviews, and even documentaries. This was a pretty good level of understanding since Gaga knew about it, and she helped him out as a co-worker and a friend without revealing anything to the media about Bennett's condition. To say the least, a definition of true friendship. Tony Bennett has been living a healthy life, but sadly, in February this year, it was revealed that Bennett has been battling with Alzheimer's disease 2016. Alzheimer's disease is also called senile dementia and is a dementia disease that destroys the memory and other important mental functions. This is caused when the brain cells die and cause some brain damage that may result in memory loss. Sadly, it has a few major downsides. This condition has no cure. It may last for long or even a lifetime. It does not require any lab test or scans, and finally, it requires a medical diagnosis just for the precautions. The symptoms of this disease are difficulty in speaking, memory loss, mood and behavior changes, confusion, unfounded suspicions about family or friends, disorientation. Bennett's family said that he has not yet had any symptoms such as depression, terror, or rage. Bennett has been battling this disease for the past 4 years without revealing it to the media. As a popular person, you always do not reveal everything about yourself on the internet immediately because people are most likely to criticize without any facts, as others eagerly anticipate your downfall. After the news broke, Bennett posted a tweet saying, "Life is a gift, even with Alzheimer's." This decision to reveal about his disease was done after an agreement with his family, since Bennett was currently not in a position to make decisions for himself. However, according to his wife Susan, when Bennett asks about Alzheimer's disease at any time, it is explained to him he normally understands it and eventually ends up reassuring his wife that he feels okay and that he will be fine. From inference, she believes that there has not been quite a lot of difference in how Bennett feels because even physically, he claims that he feels okay. We can see that Susan really cares about her husband and loves him to the moon and back. According to his wife Susan, she said that Bennett will never stop singing because singing has saved him quite a lot of times, especially when he was undergoing divorces. Divorces are never easy, and Bennett has gone through 2 divorces up to now, which makes him a strong target for conditions such as depression. But there is no man like Bennett. He is ready to conquer all, and certainly this disease is nothing at all. It is public knowledge that Mr. Bennett remarried back in the year 2007 and stayed with his wife Susan up to date. Susan went on to add, "Singing is everything to him. If he stops, that is when we will know." Even after being diagnosed with the disease, Bennett had refused to quit music. But now, after 70 years of being in the music industry, he finally retired, and almost all internet sites are talking about his retirement and his Alzheimer's condition. Since this disease has no cure, his neurologist suggested that he should keep on performing some of his songs at home for at least 90 minutes a week just to keep him on his toes, since it is like therapy for Bennett. Bennett therefore performs at home with his longtime pianist, Lee Musquier, which helps him because he still can run through the old classics that used to be his best. A couple of these are Fly Me to the Moon and Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Note that the two were among the best classics he had back in the 20th century. Ever since Bennett was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, his wife and children have been supported to a point where they have taken over his duties, which include running his day-to-day operations and activities, and even taking care of Bennett just to keep him as comfortable as they can. Conclusion: we all can see how Tony Bennett has been so passionate about music in order to stay in the music industry for 7 decades. With all that being said, I hope you have been able to know about Tony Bennett and understand why he is retiring. That will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed our video. Until next time, guys, we will see you in our next video.